What's the cruelest thing you've ever done? I destroyed my elementary school teacher's life 18 years after he ruined mine. When I was 11, Mr. Walsh made my stutter the center of his entertainment. Every single day, he'd call on me to read aloud in front of 30 kids. When I'd start stuttering, he'd tap his watch and tell everyone to wait for the broken record to fix itself. The other kids started calling me broken record. I begged my parents to transfer me, but they said I needed to toughen up and not let one teacher affect me. Mr. Walsh would make me stand at the front of the class when I stuttered too much. He'd say, maybe standing will help the words come out faster. I'd stand there shaking, trying to get through one sentence while kids giggled. He ruined my confidence so badly that I stopped talking in public completely. I wouldn't order food at restaurants. I couldn't make friends. I developed social anxiety that lasted through high school, but I never forgot his face, or his voice, or the way he'd smirk when I stumbled over words. Fast forward to last year. I'm 29 now, work at a legal nonprofit that handles elder abuse cases. I'd spent years in therapy, joined speech groups, rebuilt myself completely. My stutter was mostly gone except when I got really nervous. A new case landed on my desk. An elderly woman named Grace filed a complaint about a man offering tutoring services who was stealing money from seniors in our area. He'd convinced them they needed help with basic computer skills or reading, then slowly drain their bank accounts. I opened the file and saw his photo. Russell Walsh. Same smug face, just older and grayer. I should have recused myself. Any normal person would have passed the case to someone else, but I didn't. I took that case and I ran with it. I dug deeper than I'd ever dug on any case before. Found bank records going back 5 years. Tracked down 12 different victims, all over 70. He was stealing an average of $800 per month from each one. Some of these people were choosing between medication and groceries because of him. The depositions were scheduled at our office. Walsh walked in wearing a cheap suit, looking nervous. He sat across from me at the conference table and I introduced myself. He didn't recognize me at all. As I questioned him about the financial records, he started getting flustered. His answers didn't make sense. He was sweating, stumbling over words, and then it happened. He started stuttering. Not a real stutter, the fake kind people do when they're nervous and can't think fast enough. But listening to him struggle with words brought everything back. I was 11 years old again, standing in front of his class while he made fun of me. I leaned forward and said quietly, "Take your time, Mr. Walsh. We can all wait for the broken record to fix itself." His face went completely white. He stared at me for a full 10 seconds before whispering, "Olivia?" I smiled and continued with my questions like nothing happened, but he knew. For the rest of the deposition, he kept looking at me like he was seeing a ghost. I built the strongest case of my career, contacted every senior center in 3 counties, found more victims, worked with police to file criminal charges. I stayed late every night for 2 months, making sure every detail was perfect. When Walsh's lawyer tried to negotiate a settlement, I refused. When he asked for mercy, I handed him a business card for a speech therapist and walked out of the room. The case went to trial. Walsh lost everything: his teaching pension, his house, his reputation. The judge gave him 2 years in prison and ordered him to pay back over $60,000 to his victims. After sentencing, he tried to approach me in the hallway. He looked broken, much smaller than I remembered. He started to say something about being sorry, about not remembering what he'd done to me as a kid. I looked him in the eye and said, "I remember everything. Every single day you humiliated me. Every time you made me feel worthless. I never forgot." Then I walked away and never saw him again.